What's your assessment of the Jack Johnson administration, and how would you have done things differently if you were running the county the past 8 years? Was it Mr. Johnson who appointed you chair of the Prince George's County Veterans Commission?
That is absolutely correct. He also appointed me to the Prince George's County Historic Preservation Commission as well. I think that
yet you're running against a culture that he had a great deal of influence in shaping.
Absolutely, because I had the opportunity to work in that culture as a commissioner, not as an employee, but as a volunteer, because commissioners are volunteers. So learning that culture and learning that his direction that he took the county in is a little bit different than where I would have wanted to take our county. He's had some ideas, but the ideas that I profess and the way he's established his administration is what I disagree with. He's established an administration that's not based upon competency, not based on the skill sets for the right job. It was based upon more so on favorites, on cronyism. We need to bring into Prince George's County, and this is the beginning of changing that image, the best of the best and surrounding ourselves with the best people in the right job.
I suspect you'll say that there was at least one appointment that he did not make on the basis of cronyism. Yours.
And that's I would say that's a good answer.
What's a good example of his cronyism if you're not?
Well, I think if you look at the fact that we had two grants that had to be returned to the federal and state government, a total of $5 million from an agency, the housing agency, and that's based upon the fact that an individual was put in place that did not have the skill set to be leading that office, and therefore we did a disservice to our county residents by having to return a $5 million grant.
Can you work with the county council?
Absolutely.
Do you have any supporters there who are supporting you either publicly or quietly?
Absolutely. And what we got to realize is we have a county council. All 9 positions
are they
up for grabs.
Guilty of the same integrity failings that you just described from Jack Johnson?
I would say that, yes, there are a number of those, and fortunately, the majority of those were term limited and cannot run for re-election again. However, we do have some of them running for county executive. And,
I also noticed on your page that you want to trim the waste out of spending to make room for more essential things like education and healthcare. Exactly where would you trim?
Okay. Well, there's a couple of areas. First of all, we need to look at our educational system. When we have $1.6 billion in our educational budget, we have an additional $840+ million annually in our capital improvement program, which may be used to renovate, rehab, build new educational facilities, and we get another $800 million in state and federal grants. That's $3.3 billion a year to go to an educational system that's it's 24 out of 24 in the state.